Who is a legal researcher? Although law research is something which cannot be comprehensively taught in classrooms, but instructors and teachers can impart research and writing skills to students to make them well equipped in finding research driven solutions. In a typical law school, legal research is giving least teaching hours as compared to other practice and clinician subjects. This gap in legal education impact the quality of legal solution we propose to national and international platform. Shoddy legal research would bring down the level of discourses in society, pushing us back in ages. A law researcher is an individual who finds an emerging conundrum in the society and tries to solve it through objective methodologies, empirical solution, and or theoretical negatives. Let me put this in simpler form. A legit law researcher takes up a research project professionally or academically only on unresolved issues rather than paraphrasing the existing literature. Before understanding the subjective analysis and ongoing by opinions, the researcher undertakes objective and data driven research, does not shy away from using tools available in other disciplines, defines clearly and simply the objective of his or her research, creates a workable methodology and time frame, writes and conveys limitation in the research, arrange facts, law, and data as per the defined methodology, concludes the research by aligning the objectives. Now let's see how this works in real life. For example, take this emerging conundrum. Trump, the United States president, over the COVID-19 discussions declared that US is planning to mine the moon, that his researchers and scientists will use natural resources on the moon, and a lot of legal issues opened. Experts criticized Trump's announcement, asserting that moon is a common heritage. It is owned by all the country across the world. How can you go alone and mine the moon? To which Trump argued the US has not ratified any legal treaty concerning common heritage. As a researcher, how would you take up this issue? Let's illustrate. Number one, right of the US concerning natural resources on the moon is an emerging conundrum, an unresolved issue. At this stage, you do not jump to a conclusion. You are curious. Remember, Trump has a battery of lawyers, and he may be saying something that is backed by core legal analysis. You may want to see international relationships and its theories under the United Nations regime before picking up international treaties. This will make your research comprehensive rather than unidirectional. After a careful analysis, you write down your research objective, maybe to assess whether the US, under the international legal regime, has a right over natural resources on the moon. Always remember your objective should be clear, in simple word, short, and should have an action verb, like here, assess. Now the toughest nut to crack, methodology. There can be various form of it. If you are a researcher with the United Nations, you may propose to interview international law experts, circulate a survey, collect their response, synthesize them into a graph, and conclude if Trump would have the right. And now this method is surveying. Or maybe you want to read previously published paper, highlight the gap, and subjectively explain your stand. This research is unlikely to have a huge impact though. Limitation of the research is highly important. For say, if you have interviewed only 10 experts out of 60 United Nations affiliated international law experts, that is the limitation of your research. Or if you have only reviewed paper published between the year 2005 and 2010, that's again your limitation. It helps your reader understand the reach of your research. And an ethical researcher does not shy away from writing down the limitation. It makes your research credible. Define the context of the survey. What question you asked, what criteria you laid down in selecting your interviewee or research papers, and then arrange your findings accordingly. Ideally, you should discuss the broader framework before discussing the narrower ones. For instance, I would discuss international relationship before international law, treaties before my survey results. Your conclusion should answer your objective. to assess whether the United States, under the international legal regime, has a right over natural resources on the moon? Yes or no? If the answer is not objective, explain what is the prevailing gap, and more research is needed to resolve this research question, and maybe suggest how such research should be concluded.